I'm reading from the notes where I stood here and said on the 12th of January, the same, of 2016, the same words. I imagine the issue of an increase in compensation will cause some to pose the rhetorical question, what is it city council does that they're worth more money? I suggest that any so inclined, remove the rhetorical and find out firsthand. Go to every pre-council meeting. Go to every council meeting. If a member stays after adjournment to discuss something that comes up during the meeting, note how much time that took, be it every ribbon cutting, every groundbreaking that any member attends. But wait, there's more. Be prepared to find out about a universe of meetings and hearings involving causes and organizations that few people know exist. And if a member attends, be there. Usually these will be followed by schmoozathons where people, sometimes with conflicting viewpoints, want to talk to a member. The last time I participated in one of these, there were either 3 or 4 other members waiting to pounce. All of us had our say. A valid evaluation would only begin with the noting of the physical presence of a member and its duration, because quite often this is only the beginning of effort, and all of this effort will take place while the ghost of decisions past rattles chains to remind that no matter what is done, or if nothing is done, some people, perhaps a lot of them, are going to be not at all happy. I think that what I've described is worth every cent of the proposed increase. Do I feel that way now? I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to show you. Games were played with the First Amendment by cutting 12 minutes a month in half, by ignoring the difference between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock and the rhythms of human life on weekdays that even pets are aware of, by answering a change to the topic of you getting more money with a welcoming smile instead of the instant refusal that answers any other change of topic. You made your decision and we have to live with it until election. Then it will be your turn to live with it. Just think how much this could increase the time to have, quote, a life outside this building, unquote.
Mayor Parker, council members, it's been quite a while since I was here in this chamber, almost 24 hours, I think. Since I watched the work session this afternoon on redistricting, I call it now redistricting, I wanted to change the subject because part of my point, even though I see a few smirks and frowns, is that there's a lot of other serious, important, necessary business that the city needs the council members to get to. While you continue to flounder and flip-flop over redistricting and ignoring the voice of the people, let me bring up the Brady Bunch, because that's what I signed up to talk about tonight. The Brady Bunch is not that 1960s, 1970s blended family. The Brady Bunch is a list of people that exists in every major jurisdiction across the country. It's actually nicknamed after the 1963 landmark case, Brady versus the state of Maryland. No one goes to law school without studying that case. The point is that when it comes to police oversight, please understand, I believe in competent, professional, ethical law enforcement. They are necessary. One of my cousins is a homicide detective. In fact, I dated a Fort Worth Police Officer of the Year before. The reality is that right now, circulating in the public is a 37-page list of at least 160 current officers on the Fort Worth Police Department who have committed crimes or offenses that include perjury or falsifying police reports. That's a dirty little secret that the district attorney doesn't want people to know, because they keep their version of a Brady list. The reliability of witnesses and convictions relies on the public not knowing the number of offenses committed. You know, we hear about the high-profile situations and the horrible circumstances, like in the Tatiana Jefferson case. But the reality is that the most common thing on the Brady list for the 170 or so officers, that's 10% of the current force, most of which have been promoted since they've been put onto the Brady list, is for falsification or dishonesty. What's toughest about this is There's also assault, sexual assault, violations of U.S. federal code, having sex in police vehicles, which are not their property, even though the media constantly says so, it's the public's property. The number of offenses and the number of issues that need to be cleaned up need to be done by an independent police oversight committee.
Thank you. Our next